Hi, Lourdes. How are you? Can you hear me? I see we have Frank, Lily, and also, yeah, welcome to our ninth class. I am Miss Lourdes Usuriaga. If you can hear me, please write in the chat box. I see we have Frank and Lily. Can you hear me? Okay, so first time in our webinar, this is Business English, and we are on the advanced level. So if you see something that maybe you don't get, or you may need some explanation, please let me know, because once we start, I will talk in English and I won't be able to switch to Spanish so many times, ¿ok? Entonces lo que te decía era que como esta sesión es avanzado, voy a estar hablando en inglés seguido, y si en algún momento pues quizás no se entiende algo, necesitas que pare y hagamos una traducción, me avisas y hacemos el corte, ¿sí? Solo que al ser nivel avanzado se supone que debo continuar con el inglés completamente y no estar haciendo. Okay, so Frank, are you there? I believe just Lily is listen. We have the chat box for our interactions. So in case you have any questions, please write down your questions or suggestions. I will be very happy to help you. You know, this is a class, but I prefer to call it a safe place because we wouldn't be here if we wouldn't have something to learn. So it's very normal to have mistakes. So I prefer that you have mistakes in our class than having mistakes when we are talking with a client or with our boss or in a conference or event or any other situation. Okay, so it's better to make mistakes here and then correct and learn from it than not being conscious that we have something to correct and maybe it's not going to work here. Okay, so the class today is about business proposals. Okay, so you know this is our session number 9, and the learning objectives for this class is that we learn the basics about presenting and making our business proposals. Yeah. So hi Paul. Hi, nice to meet you and welcome to our class. What about the people in the picture hearing a spoken business proposal? What do you think about it? Are they having fun? Are they interested? Are they hearing everything they have to say? What do you think about this picture? Is everyone in this photo hearing the presentation? What do you think? Is everyone really attending to the exposition? Both people are like connected to the presenter. Okay, so in this case, Frank is a little bit closer, okay? Because not everyone is listening to the presentation, okay? If you see this guy here at the left, is kind of sleeping, okay? So if I take a picture of my audience and I see this, I would understand that not everyone is completely interested in what I have to say. Okay, so imagine that you are talking and and you are at the front of this picture, and you kind of understand that you are not convincing the people who is listening to you. Okay, so this is something that we wouldn't like to see in our business proposal presentation. Okay, so let's see this second photo. Is everyone listening to the presentation? What do you think about this picture? Is everyone listening or interested in the presentation. The presenter is at the right. You can't see the complete picture of the presenter, but you can see the audience. So what do you think? Okay, Lily says not everyone. Yeah. What do you think, Frank? Not everyone is really connected to the presentation. Okay, so that's also what we don't want to see in our presentation. Okay, what do you think about this picture? In this case, is everyone listen to the girl at the front? Are they interested in what she has to say? What do you think, Lily? Okay, yeah, that's correct. Everyone is listening. Everyone is watching what, like, trying to understand and seeing what she has to share. So that's something that we definitely want to see. Okay, so this is what we really want to see. Okay, so let's get to the okay. So now we are going to see some steps to formulate and present our business proposal. This class is about how we are going to structure our business proposal. So what does business proposal mean? Lily, do you understand what business proposal is? What is a business proposal? What is a business proposal? So, what is a business proposal? Do you understand? Okay, a business proposal is propuesta de negocio. Okay, I'm going to put it in our chat. Business proposal is propuesta de negocio. So, Lily, have you ever wanted to present a business or a project to a partner or to a boss or investor? Have you ever wanted to present something like that? So Lily said a project to a customer. Okay, what kind of project, Lily? Can you tell us a little bit about the project that you wanted to present to the customer? Okay, so for example, I can share an experience with you. Um, I have a business and I have a project that I love very much. I'm really dedicated to that project, and that project needs funding, needs money. And since the project needs money, I've been I have to understand how an investor thinks, how people with a great amount of money thinks and what they expect about someone who is trying to sell them a project. Okay, so it's not so close to them maybe, but watching some series like Billions. I don't know if you know if you have watched Billions from Netflix, and that helped me to understand a little bit more about what they are up to. Okay, so it's very important that we understand who is going to listen to our project because we are going to increase the possibilities to have a successful result. Okay, so uh, I'm going to share with you 4 steps to prepare a business proposal. Okay, so first you have to be aware that Um, normally, a business proposal comes when you have an opportunity in front of you. Okay, you know someone, or you know uh, some new investment that is going to happen, or there's new business people that wants to build something and they are searching for suppliers, and you know how to do that, so you're going to approach to them and sell your project, your company, or your business. I don't know. Okay, so besides a great business proposal, you also have to uh, understand that this helps you expand your business through business relationships. Okay, so have you how many contacts have you made this month? For example, we are kind of at the middle of August. How many contacts have you start? Have you meet? You know, do you have any idea how many contacts did you get this month? So I'm going to put that question in the chat box so you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first step to start our business proposal is to gather information. Okay, I know this sounds kind of obvious, so but let me explain a little bit. When we actually now we are preparing a business proposal for a content that we are that we are working right now. So uh, first, you have to understand who are you going to address. Okay, who are going to talk to. It's very different to talk to a Peruvian businessman than to an American businessman. Okay, they may sound the same, but they have a very different culture and a very different approach to business. Okay, they may be big enterprise driven, or maybe they are small business driven. So we have to uh, eh, really do our homework about where we're going to talk. Okay. The other aspect that we have to understand is how are we going to add value. Okay. For example, what it's adding value? It's giving someone something that is very important for them. Okay. For example, I don't know if you use Spotify. These last months, I've been kind of a new fan for Spotify because I really like the experience of using Spotify. Okay, actually, right now I'm kind of a premium user, and I'm not a premium client yet, but besides, I don't pay anything to Spotify. They add value to me because they even suggest new songs or new artists that could fit to my preference. Okay, so Spotify gives me value because they help me to discover new songs, and that's why Spotify is very popular. Okay, so you have to really understand what is the key part of what you offer, so you can build from that and establish something very uh, appealing to the other person. Okay, And adding value, the value that you offer is also your differentiator, because it's going to put you in another level. Okay. Then, second, you have to outline the scope of the project. Lily, what does it mean, outline the scope of a project? What does it mean to outline the scope of the project? Okay, so when you outline the scope of a project, you expand the many different aspects of the project. Okay, so in this part, we established 6 questions. Actually, it's 6 questions. Why? Because before you start typing or writing, uh, you have to understand what kind of answers from your audience you are going to answer. Okay. What kind of questions you are going to answer? Sorry. So first, obviously, they're going to ask, who is this person? Who is this company who is trying to sell this to me? Okay. The second would be, what are they trying to sell? Or maybe what they are trying to offer to me. So the in that part, you are going to explain your product, your service, the functionalities, weights, colors, style, and everything else. Okay, and then where maybe you have to deliver something somewhere, or maybe they are asking for a service and you have to go to your client's company or to your client's space, etc. Okay? And why would they trust in your company, or why would they trust in you to do that service or to provide that product? Okay, and maybe this is the most important part, because it's the section when you can really sell yourself and put your proposal in another level. Okay, and the final is how. So what are the requirements to provide a service, what would you need to produce something. Maybe they have to give you the dimensions and the weight and the design. I don't know. Okay, so go to the third part. Okay, so we have already talked about gathering information. So there is a lot of information, and you really have to prioritize. You have to cut the rest that is not so important, and you just have to keep it with the most important part. And then you have to uh, give a complete idea of the project using these 6 questions that I shared in our previous slide. And then once you have the information, you start writing your business proposal. Okay, we are assuming that this is a written business proposal because the presentation comes at the end. Okay, first you gotta have your ideas in paper, and then you prepare your presentation. Okay, so about the structure, you have to follow 3 main parts. Okay, the intro, the body, and the detail, and the conclusions. We are going to review this in a little bit. So let's start with the intro. What does intro mean? What does intro mean? Can you share? Maybe Frank or Freddie, who are connected now. Welcome, Frank and Freddie. What do you understand with intro? Okay, yeah, Lily, you are right. In this case, the intro is the first presentation about the company, but it's not just about the company, because uh, for a client or for another stakeholder that is going to read your proposal, it's not it's it's important to know who you are, but for them, from their perspective, it's much more important to know what you are going to do for them. Okay, so first you start talking about the company and the mission and all of that, and you include a brief story that gives the client a feel of the brand's character and how they can trust in you. Okay, but then you start with the, I believe this is more important than the previous part. Okay, you are going to distinguish your company, your accomplishments, credentials, and awards. Okay, because this part builds trust. Okay, because this part really gives them a sense of you know, they know what they are doing. They know what they are offering. They've already done it. So I feel more secure and more um, more comfortable to buy to this company. Okay, did you understand, Lily? Okay, and then the final suggestion is that we have to keep it under one page. Okay, so a 2-page or 3-page intro is not a good idea. Okay, because it's just the beginning of the document. Okay, just one page. Okay, so then it comes the executive summary. Why do we have to include an executive summary? So, what do you think you have to include an executive summary? I put my question there. Maybe Freddy or Jaxi, can you help me with this question? Why do we have to include an executive summary? Okay, so Lily says, in that case would be to give, okay, to give a general idea of the subject and the main summary things. Provide, Freddy says, to provide a warranty of a good service. Okay. Yeah, the executive summary is something that should give you a general idea of the document. It should give you some summary, as the section says, that could save you a little time to decide if the document itself worth to be worth your it if it's worth it. Okay, si vale la pena. It's worth. So, uh, as business people don't have much time, they start with executive summary, and if something comes to their mind or something pops up and like they want to know more about it, they go to that specific section and they start from that. Okay, so that's the main reason. So executive summary is one of the most important sections in your proposal. Yes, that's true. And this is where you should present the case for why you are the right company for the job. Okay, so this is a section where you sell your company and sell your uh, differentiators, and you give the reader the takeaway message of the proposal. Okay, takeaway message is something like el mensaje que se deben de llevar de la propuesta. Okay? La frase, como el eslogan que se deben de llevar, la idea general que se deben llevar de tu propuesta para que no se olvide. Uh, you should not try to summarize every aspect of the proposal. Yeah, that's true. No tienes que resumir todos los aspectos de la propuesta, but rather focus on the conclusions you want the reader to reach after reading. Okay, so you are going to influence in the reader about your proposal and what you want them to think about your proposal. Use direct, factual language that is objective and persuasive. This section should be also be kept under one page. Okay, so this executive summary should also be just one page. Okay, and you have to be very direct because if we're talking about American people, they usually don't like details unless they ask about it. So you have to be very direct. Okay, so body and details. What is body and details? Freddy, what do you understand about body and details? Okay, okay, very good, Freddie. Body and details is the structure of the document, okay? In this case, it's document, and the proposal, promise, warranty, yeah, of course. So in this case, you have to address clients' needs and requirements, okay? Tienes que atacar las necesidades y los requerimientos de tu cliente. You have to present the technical explanation and experience solving or attending that kind of service. Tienes que presentar la explicación técnica y tu experiencia para que ellos entiendan que tú ya has pasado por eso y tienes cierto experiencia para eso, ¿sí? Que tú ya tienes una exposición y que tienes una curva de aprendizaje y puedes compartir con ese cliente porque ya has hecho eso. Okay, so then you have to present a timely frame proposal with a timeline, you know. You have to understand that your client wants to know how much time does it going to take to give them a service or to accomplish something that you promised. Okay, you have to present numbers and statistics, and those numbers should be measurable and should be important aspects or variables about your solution. Okay, something like with this product you can save up to 20% of uh, cleaning expenses because our product stays more time and you don't have to clean so frequently, for example. So they know that your product saves money. Okay? Expose your differentiators, quality promise, as Freddie said, and warranties, okay, because clients love warranties and love quality promises, okay, and then uh, you build trust with your client, okay. So now you also have to understand that you have to present an economic proposal, yeah, and something that you must also include is the payment options, okay, because sometimes you see, I don't know, this product costs 10,000 soles or $10,000, okay, great, it's 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 a good price, but maybe you didn't include that they have to pay in advance. So your clients thought that they are going to pay the $10,000 at the end, and that can cause some kind of a trouble because they didn't expect to pay that way. Okay, and this last aspect about the body and details is to include the caveats. So what does caveats mean? Can you help me? What does caveats mean? Yes, Freddy, you are right. Cabits means advertencias. In English, it's also disclosure. Okay. I don't know if you have presented proposal before, but sometimes you have to limit what your proposal does. Okay. Why is that? What your proposal offers. Sorry. Why is that? Because maybe you are going to install equipment in your client's building, okay? And they just ask you about the one floor, just one floor in the building, okay? But if you didn't specify that it was just in one floor, they may ask you to cover all the floors in the building. Okay, I'm going to switch to Spanish. Lo que les decía, chicos, era que los disclosures significan de eh, que ellos pueden pedirles un servicio limitado, pero quizás ustedes en su propuesta no lo limitan. Entonces, el ejemplo que les estaba dando era que ellos querrían instalar equipos en un edificio y les han pedido que instalen equipos en un edificio, pero el trato es de que lo instalen solamente en un piso. Pero quizás al no limitar la propuesta para ese piso, se puede entender de que ustedes les están cobrando por instalar equipos en todo el edificio, es decir, en todos los pisos. ¿Okay? Entonces, en las propuestas de negocios es bien importante ser bien detallista en esta parte, porque eso les evita dolores de cabeza y malentendidos con el cliente para que luego puedan tener una buena relación con ellos. Okay? So in the second part, it says on the flip side, de otro lado, you don't want to include so many caveats. Okay, so you may be also in a lawyer mode or something like that, and you start to write a lot of habits. So that's something not it's not a suggestion because it may be so complex for the client, and they may be like, "Wow, this is a lot of things to consider," and it's not good for business. Okay, so it's just enough to limit what you have to limit, and that's it. Okay. And the last part, no, the last part, no. So this is the final part of the third structure, the third part of the structure. Once you outline the details of the proposal, okay, once you explain your proposal, you have to re-emphasize the exceptional results your company can provide. Okay, so this part conclusions helps you remind your client what are the great aspects of your proposal. Okay, so in this part, one of the most important things that you don't have to uh, forget is that you should include a call to action. Okay? A call to action is something that produces an action from the other part. Okay, so when you start with I don't know, we are a company that um, provides maintenance services, for example. And when you conclude, you call to action so they can contact you or write you an email or call to a specific number or visit your web page or maybe I don't know, ask some things that they didn't understand from your proposal, etc., etc. Okay. So call to action makes your client move. Okay. It's normally it starts with a verb, and it's something like contact us at number, okay, or write us uh, uh, to this uh, mail account, or write I don't know, contact customer support um, through WhatsApp, and you just make it easier for them to contact. Okay. So the fourth consideration that we gotta have is the style. Okay, remember they are a different culture, so they are going to perceive some things about your proposal. So you have to be very clear, very concise, and you have to use a simple language. Okay, simple language is not casual language. Okay, you are not talking to your pal, or you are not talking to your friend. Okay, you are talking to another professional, but you don't have to emphasize the industry jargon or the technical term. Yeah. Okay. Why is that? Because your business proposal may be shared with other people, and the other people don't know about your technical terms. So you have to be kind of a text for mostly everyone, so you may be understood better. Okay, because normally the proposal is analyzed by the client and someone from finance and someone from the technical part. Okay, so you have to be understood from many perspectives. Okay, and also you have to avoid using um, phrases that could be understood like an exaggeration. Okay, and it's something like the TV commercials, something like "We are the best," or "We are the only ones in the country," or "We are the winners," or something like that. It's just not good for business. Because when you exaggerate, you affect the trust that they are going to establish. Okay, it's better that someone else talk about your business than yourself, because um it's not so, I don't know, so normal to talk about yourself another time. Okay, and last but not least, even if you are very informal at the phone, or that your client or the other part is your friend and you know each other pretty much, when you write your proposal, you have to be professional. Okay, because this document get can can be in the in other people's computers, or maybe they may be forward to other employees or managers. Okay, so if you include some kind of a joke or a comment that maybe um, maybe, I don't know, mm, not well, uh, um, I don't know, maybe uh, may affect what they think about you or your company. Uh, it's not. Uh, it we have to prevent to be in that position. Okay, so that's the end of our class. That's it. So I would like to hear from you. Do you have any questions or something that we can talk a little bit more? Have any questions? I'm going to open our chat box for questions. Okay, so do you have any questions that I can help you out? In the chat box, I included the PowerPoint link and the survey for you people. So Freddy says all clear. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Raul, do you have any questions? Frank, do you have any questions? Is there something I can clarify or help you out? Okay, thank you too, Frank. I hope it could like give you some new ideas about your business and how to present your projects in a better way, and could give you some little bit of an understanding, maybe new words or new ideas. Okay, so I'm going to close this class. Thank you very much for attending to this class. Have a great week and see you next Monday. Uh, Goodbye. Bye.